Hello and welcome to Farm Matters. In this tutorial we will be looking at sheep tagging. It is important to note that this tutorial doesn't cover tag replacements or the upgrade of slaughter tags. If I begin by choosing the sheep tab at the top of the screen and then flock and events, you'll see this brings up the grid with all your flocks. By right clicking and then choosing events and then tagging, this will take us to the screen where we are then able to start adding tags. I can then go through the screens populating the information as is required. You will see when we come to identify using that we have two options, tags and free text. If you choose tags, this will then create the animal in the system. If you choose free text, the animal will then not appear in the system. My recommendation is that you always choose the option tags. I can then continue to fill the information in as is required and then click next. This is where we can manually key the information in or import from various sources, which we will look at now. To manually add, we choose the green plus sign here. If we click it, we can then enter the information that we would like. If I needed to import the information from a CSV file or an EID reader, then we would choose this icon here. We then click it, we can choose import, and then we can choose where we would like to do that from. If we're using a CSV file, we find the file we would like, we click open, we click next, finish, and as you can see, the information has now been pulled through into the mini grid. This is a good time to show you how to remove a tag if you wish. If you would like to remove an individual one, you can do this by using the bin on the right hand side of each tag number. If you would like to remove all the information in the screen, then you can just use the erasers here, like this, and then click yes. If you wish to import a batch, you would simply choose this icon again, and then choose batches, and then click on the batch you would like to import. As you can see, the information has now been added to the mini grid. If you wish to use just a flock mark only, then you would use the right hand side of the screen for this. We use the green plus sign, enter the quantity we would like, along with the flock mark that we would like to use. If you want to erase this, we use the same process as before by clicking the eraser and then clicking yes. If we click next and go through the screens to complete the event, you'll see we come to the final screen where we can click finish, and this has then completed the event. If you would like to add tagging as part of a movement off, then you can do this. If I use a sale as an example, we go to events and sale. We will then need to fill in the fields as is required. We just go through and then you'll come to record tagging. If you choose yes, you can then fill in the information required to create the tagging record. If you choose no, you will not be able to do this. For this example, we'll say yes, and we can fill in the information as is required. We can then click next, and we can go from the information that we need to fill in to complete the sale, and then click next, and then you can choose the animals. For this example, I'll just use this batch. Again, we click next, and as you can see, we're adding a sale of 5 animals. If we then click the finish, this has then completed the sale, which will also create the tagging records too. You can also change the settings for this event. If we go into Events and then choose Tagging, you'll see in the bottom left hand corner the cog. This is where you can personalise how you'd like the program to work for you in future by allowing the fields to have a default option. You can adjust these fields and change them to what you see fit, and then this will be how the program will remember for the next time you use it. If you find that you need to edit or undo a tagging event, then you can choose Edit, Undo Events at the top of the screen. This will then bring up a list of all your previous events. If you then go to the event you would like to edit, right click, choose View Edit an Event, this will bring up the details of the event to which you can change as is required. If you need to undo an event completely, right click on the event, choose Undo Event, and then click Yes. And as you can see, the event has now been undone. Hopefully, some of the things that you've watched will help you maximise your use of the program. Thank you for taking the time to watch this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and click the subscribe button below.